Alright, so basically this was recorded before I really even thought about it. That that the free to play was like for everyone, but it was just only being on PC in Epic Game Store instead of it being on Steam versus it being on Steam. So that's why it was like, oh, free to play only on PC, only on Steam. This this is still before the update, so I could potentially be completely wrong, completely right, or mix in between. So I was just saying that I was just saying that beforehand, just in case. But I would really like to hope that, oh yeah, when it said free to play, it really meant free to play for like everyone. But it was just saying that for PC they have to go to the Epic Game Store instead of going to Steam. And also, Xbox. Come on. Freaking PlayStation and Nintendo, they don't need their subscription to play free games. Come on. Xbox, you need to do better. It'll be around mid-September, and the launch of free-to-play will follow shortly after. So mid-September, the update will be, and not too long, probably within a week, free-to-play will also launch. We can't share the exact dates quite yet, because, might be moved around, might have some controversy, but stay tuned for more info. Don't forget, when free-to-play launches, don't forget, when free-to-play launches, it will only be available to new PC players via the Epic Games Store. Make sure to add it to your wishlist. Thanks for your patience. We can't wait to get these new features like tournaments, challenges, and cross-platform progression in your hands. Stay tuned to RocketLeague.com and follow us on Twitter for the last bit of info just around the corner. And related articles. So personally, this is a problem. It both does and doesn't affect me, to my knowledge. So we're gonna go back through it about certain things. But before I do that, let me go directly to this. So, it's been stated that free-to-play should be coming around mid-September, right? So, free-to-play already been confirmed, all this stuff out the way. Now, my problem is with this statement right here. Maybe it's been stated multiple times, but I don't directly follow Rocket League closely. I follow them on Instagram and that's it. Otherwise, I don't monitor anything. This statement right here, it will only, I'm surprised they didn't put that in bold, freaking caps lock, goddamn size 28 font. Only be available to new PC players via the Epic Games Store. I'm surprised they didn't do the same thing with this. Only an Epic Games Store. So, from my knowledge of limitedness, Psyonix was purchased by Epic, and they basically made the game good and bad at the exact same goddamn time. As it currently stands, before this update, there's a shop where you can buy credits, and there's a randomly generated set of items in the shop. Right. There's no menu where you could directly buy items, right? Because, oh, that would be too easy, and that would ruin the marketplace immediately, and that would be hilarious. But some of the top items, you can literally pay the same amount for one cosmetic item as the entire game. And there's also customization that goes on top of the item that boosts its price. That boosts its price, right? So, the most expensive I've seen, I think, was like 2,200 or 2,300 credits. And mind you, if I'm not mistaken, 2,000 credits is like $20. And the game is $20. So you can literally buy the game, go to the store, buy one of those cosmetic items, and pay the exact same twice. One for the whole game, and one just for one item. People were saying that, oh, maybe eventually they'll just cut the prices down in half, but they still haven't done that throughout this entire time. So, as it currently stands, you can buy a cosmetic item that's literally the same price of the game, which is... this is something. And also, the thing is, you don't get the chance to perfectly use all your credits. You're always going to have some left over. Because it's just built like that. You can't just buy it once and then be able to buy two items. No. You have to buy it once, buy your item, and you're not going to have enough to buy your second item, so you have to buy more. That's how it works, and that's how it's going to be. But back to the actual conversation that I'm trying to have. It's only going to be on the Epic Game Store. And only to PC. Are you serious right now? Luckily, I wasn't telling too many people, like, oh, get Rocket League, it's going free to play. Because, first off, I don't know that many people, and second off, I don't even really play with that many people. I solo queue everywhere. But really? Really? I don't know how this is going to affect the stores for Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox, right? I'm going to assume one of three things. Either A, Rocket League would just completely get cut out of all three stores. B, Rocket League will still be $20 on each of these stores. So while you're on PC and you don't have to pay a dime for it, if you're still on console, you still have to pay that $20. Or C, so this will only be available on PC via the Epic Game Store. I don't know if console has Epic Game Store. I would assume not, though. So you're telling me that I potentially still have to pay $20 for a game going free to play if I'm on console. And even then, just... So you're telling me that I probably have to pay $20 to play this game that's going free to play. But on top of that, this game possibly could just be removed from the marketplace. I feel like I'm missing something here. It's only going to be available when don't forget, when free-to-play launches, it will only be available to new PC players via the Epic Game Store. I don't think the Epic Game Store is on Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo Switch. Maybe it is, and I'm just not that smart for looking into it. Well, the lack of looking into it. But this sounds real... what this sounds like to me is that if I were to launch free healthcare and gave it to everyone, and then suddenly I got bought out, and they said, oh, well, we're not giving you free healthcare anymore. Now you have to pay for it, and then you can only go to this one area to even use it. why? Why would you do this? Why? Like, I know it's like the opposite principle. Oh, this game is paid, but then it's going free. Healthcare is free, and then it's going pay. But I'm trying to get the same concept across. Mostly of the location. If it's going free to play, why would it only be on PC first of all? And on top of that, why would it only be on Epic Game Store? Like, bro, it's just like, why? Couldn't they just freaking get the profits from the credits that they're always getting anyway? Or is there just like a cut of the profit? So if I pay $20, they get like a, let's say 50% cut to just make it easy. So if I pay $20, Epic Game gets 10, and I guess Steam will get 10, right? You know, just to make it easy. Now, I don't know if you know this, but not everybody uses the Epic Game Store. There's Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, and Nintendo. So there's 4 places. And let's say that everybody that already has it just keeps it, but it just goes to the Epic Game Store. I'm just baffled at how someone so smart could also be so dumb. And at least this is what I'm looking at from my limited eyes. You're going to go free. You're going to get your money from people buying stuff in the game. But at the same time, you're not exposing your game to its utmost potential. So you're not going to get the utmost amount of money. It's I don't know. Maybe because I'm not in marketing or anything like that, but it just seems really, really dumb to me. If I have a worldwide process, why would I want to limit it to one part of the world? And then on top of that, not only one part of the world, an even smaller part of that said part of the world. Why would I want to do that? If I want exposure, why would I limit where I could get exposure from? It just seems so dumb to me. Or maybe I'm just too dumb to realize it, but having it only on the Epic Game Store, and by the way, it said only free to play. So I still have to pay if I'm on console. This whole thing annoys me to an extent that I do not like. That's a whole video in itself. Now back to this. Where is it?